You're with Guy, and this is the Trials and Tribulations of the Amateur Groundsman. So, it is end of season. The cricket season finished last week, and as a groundsman, our attention now turns to the end of season renovations. So I'm here at my club, Whittle and Claytonley Woods Cricket Club near Chorley in Lancashire. We're a small club, village club, limited resources, although I appreciate that we've probably got some things that other clubs don't have. But I just wanted to make this video log that captures our end of season renovations, some of my thought processes, and just see maybe if it provides a little bit of entertainment to somebody, maybe even a little bit of help, or just a little bit of motivation to realise that, you know, not every club has all of the equipment, all of the gear, and can do everything the proper way. Sometimes, you know, you've got to ad-lib, but, you know, we all do the best we can as volunteer groundsmen. So I'm down at the ground. No one's been here for a week. I had a week off to concentrate on work and kids and things. But I'm down now, and today's job in the lovely 4 hours in between school time that we've got is to get the square all fenced off, and if we've got time, start to shave it down ready for our end of season renovation party, which will be happening hopefully on Saturday if the weather actually cooperates. But here you go, you can see in the background our ground. So I've come down, my van's in the background there, some of the equipment, some of the fencing and posts. I've given the square a brush because it was very dewy, and quite frankly I didn't want wet feet all day. But otherwise, let's get cracking. Alright, so we've spent the last probably about an hour and a half now hammering in the wooden stakes and the netting, and if I show you behind me now, we have the square and quite a bit of the surrounding area all barrier fenced off. So the reason that we do this is to keep people and animals off the square. You know, we're going to spend so much time, effort and money doing this, so we want to make sure that the area is kept free from people and things that shouldn't be on. Relatively lucky that our club is on private land, but we do have a public footpath that runs behind me along this fence here, and unfortunately, as you can imagine, people do believe that they have an entitlement to come and use the cricket club grounds to walk the dogs and play other sports and things like that. So unfortunately we do get people trespassing who can and do cause damage, so that's why we fenced it all off nicely. I'm going to turn the camera around now and show you what we've done. Alright, so here we go. So you can see we have wooden posts in. This is actually our access gate into the what is now the compound. See, we have a nice big access which will get all our machinery through that I'm going to use. So the main supports are the posts, as you can see here, wooden posts, 50mm diameter, hammered them in about 300mm, which leaves about 1.2 metres high. You can see that I've not stapled the getting attacked by flies as usual here. I've not stapled the fence all the way down. That's because when more people come and help at the weekend, I'll hammer those a little bit further in. Supplemental metal pins, but if any of you have ever used the metal pins, you'll know just how absolutely awful they are. So as you can see here, so we've completed day one. The tasks I set myself today, very simple: get the square fenced off and start cutting it down. So just after lunchtime, take about, I don't know, 2.5 hours to do. Is my thing going to follow? Yes, it's taken about Well, I started at 10. It's 3.5 hours to do. So as you can see in the background there, we're all fenced off. Wooden stakes, metal pins, as we said. And then, if I bring us over here, what I've actually done is in fact I'll come round here and you'll probably get a view. They're not really shy, you can just see a white line there. What I've actually done is I've white lined the return creases and down the sides of the end tracks. You can't see it on there unless I maybe come round here, but I've actually numbered the tracks as well, just so that I can, when I start to actually begin scarification, which will be Saturday, today's Wednesday, I can make sure that what I'm doing is actually scarifying the tracks, as opposed to a load of area around the square, which is a little bit what I did last year. I went a bit mental. Obviously that's a lot of time and effort and spreading the loam thinner than it should be, but yeah, so you can see just there, number 2, number 1, 3 and so on that way. But anyway, so that's all wrapped up today. What I'm going to do, head home, feed the dogs, have something to eat, and then go pick the kids up from school. We'll be back tomorrow, and the goal tomorrow will be to shave the square down to something like 4mm, 3mm. Our square is a little bit, well, it's quite uneven, so you've got to be careful that we don't actually damage the bottom blades on them while we're doing it. But yeah, tune in for that tomorrow. Thanks very much. So it's Saturday, it is day 1, good and proper of a full working party now here at Wilton Claytonley Woods Cricket Club to get the end of season jobs done. We should have some people coming down from the club to help out, which is a novel thing. We've already got the chairman here who's walking in the background, you can just see. So I'm about to get the shed open, get some mowers going, and it's time to scarify the hell out of our square, and we'll get the other ones doing all sorts of different jobs like sight screens, storing covers and things. So we'll keep you updated on the video log from the Trials and Tribulations of the Amateur Groundsman. Alright, so we've got the scarifier attachment fitted to our Countach A25 here. We've shaved the square down as low as I can go with the mowers that I've got available. And if I show you, I've already done half the square passes. I've got some of the Muppets over there. Let's just have a zoom in. There you go. Tweedledum and Tweedledee are currently moving the sight screens over, having endless fun. So we'll have a laugh and record these two. To me! But yeah, so you can see here we've done a pass already with the Countach scarifier. Plenty of fibrous material already removed, and we're going to be doing that time and time again until I'm happy that we've got no more fibrous material coming out of the square, ready to be top dressed with plenty of loam and reseeded. So anyway, what we're going to do is carry on, do the other half of the square, and then get a leaf blower, try and blow all this off, and then clean it up maybe with a mower to see if we can just get everything off, and then go again in a different direction. So this one's diagonal. We'll go diagonal from the other side, from this corner, and then we'll be doing in the line of play, but we'll be doing it all as many times as we need to make sure that all of the thatch and organic material that we don't want in the square is removed. So let's crack on! We're going to zoom out and use the tracking. Look at this, the tracking function working perfectly on the gimbal here for the video log of the renovations here. Alright, so we've now done 3 passes with the scarifier on the square with our junior coordinator is currently using one of the mowers to pick up all the rubbish. In fact, if I zoom in, that there looks like a Spitfire. Back there. Interesting. This will be because of the speakers conference this weekend here in Chorley. So we'll just go over now and take a look. Everything that's come out. So dear, I'm trying to get used to this gimbal. So see, lots of organic material, all dry and rubbish, not the kind of stuff that we want to be burying under a load of loam and topsoil. So like I said, we've done 3 passes. Very dusty on the footholes where they've been prepared through the season, but if it looks sort of the middle of the pitches, hopefully you can hear me over the din of the mower. Still a lot of grass on there, so we're going to keep going with the scarifier. So hopefully you can hear me over the din of the tractor that we're sat on. We've done a total now of 6 passes on the square, 3 with the scarifier attachment on the back of this very TATAG, and then 3 with a pedestrian John Deere scarifier, which actually got in a bit deeper and produced way more dust. So what we're doing now, we've got the collector back on the TATAGs, and we're now just got the mower dropped all the way down, the blaze turned on and the collector on, just trying to get the very last bits out of the square that we've scarified off before we call it a day for today. What I'll do when the loam is all delivered and before we're actually going to see fertilise the top dress, I'll give the square one final scarification and clean up just to try and really make the grooves. But once I've done all this collection, I'm going to show you what the square looks like and show you what the efforts of today have done so far. So it's been a real team effort today. We've had our junior coordinator, our coach down doing the hard craft as well, our Sunday vice captain, one of our Sunday team players who helps out with the juniors, and then also you've got myself, the secretary and groundsman, and of course our chairman who's behind us now. Been a valiant effort with his electric leaf blower. I'm not entirely sure if he's blowing or sucking with the leaf blower, but it's a valiant effort anyway. As you can see, here he is. So that's the state of the square now. We're going to wrap up for the day and do a little bit more on it next week before the loan comes and get it all seeded and top dressed. So that's a really productive Saturday with the help of members of the committee to get the square scarified and cut down. And like I said, next week's the big week. Fingers crossed for some good weather, an early delivery of our loan supplies and a good renovation. But we'll pick that up again next week.
So folks, it's 2021 and guess what happened? I tested positive for COVID just after that weekend of work that you've seen in the previous videos, so I haven't been down to the ground. I've not been able to take delivery of any of the materials or do any more of the renovation work. Luckily, we've had great support from about half a dozen people in the club who've managed to come down and take delivery of the materials and then complete the renovations. I've not got any video of that as I wasn't there, and they've been working really hard the weekend just gone to do that. So I have got a few pictures they sent through. I'll tag those on, probably over the top of me talking now. So you'll be able to see just a little bit of the work and the graph that they've put in. Just want to say a big thank you if you've tuned in and watched this, and hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you found a bit of entertainment from watching this. This has been part 1 of our renovations here, and part 2 will be a couple of weeks when hopefully the grass has all started growing and we can show you the hard work that those lads that have come down and done the graft has paid off, and look forward to everything next season. Thanks very much for watching.